I am Candace Smalls. I am the amazing mother of Cara Smalls and one half of the dynamic team that we call the Smalls. Cara was born in Arkansas in 2014. She was a really healthy baby. She was 8 pounds, so she was a bit of a chunker. She was a little yellow, we noticed. Maybe within the first few hours, we noticed that her color looked a little weird, or so we thought at the time, and we asked about it, and we were kind of ignored and told us that everything was normal and that all of Cara's testing came back normal and that we had a healthy baby, and we were prepared to go home. And in less than 48 hours after having her, we were home. About 4 days after Cara was born, we noticed that she started arching her back and not wanting to latch on, because I was a breastfeeding mom. So she didn't want to drink. She was really, really lethargic, and we were concerned because it didn't feel like normal baby behavior. We called our doctor, asked for help, and again, we're told that everything was normal and just to kind of relax, and that we were being a bit overzealous. Fast forward a day later, we went to the doctor. Cara was still really, really yellow, and we were really concerned about her jaundice. So we made an appointment. We went in and we saw the doctor, and he told us that maybe Cara had a urinary tract infection and sent us pretty much home. We begged and asked him if he would do a test to find out about her jaundice, and he reluctantly sent us over to the clinic, and we got the test done. And when we got the test done, we realized that her bilirubin level, which is what happens when your child is extremely jaundiced like mine was through the roof. And she was in dire straits at that moment, and from then it was just a whirlwind. So there was never really a point where we realized it was severe until we got to the hospital and they were talking about helicopters and moving my daughter to a children's clinic 2.5 hours away. We were in the hospital and they started saying words like kernicterus and brain damage and things that we'd never ever heard before. So we started looking those things up. We were trying to figure out what kernicterus was, and so like any other Google mom, we Googled it to try and find out, what it was. And the website that came up was Rats and Law Group, and that's where we found out exactly what our daughter had, because the doctors in the hospital didn't want to give us enough information. They weren't telling us what kernicterus was. They were just saying the word and walking out of the room and leaving us stunned. And so we looked through, and on the Rats and website, we found out what kernicterus was. We defined it. We understood what her symptoms could look like later. That's literally how I ended up using Rats and Law Group. Hiring them initially was really scary because it made it real. It made it mean that something was really going on and my daughter was really hurt. But after meeting Stuart Ratson and his team and them coming all the way to the middle of nowhere, Arkansas, to see this grieving family, because that's what we were when we first met him. We were very, very, very scared. And he kind of came in and didn't lie to us about what to expect next. He told us exactly how hard it was going to be to fight the people that hurt our kid, but he gave us the confidence to be able to do it, and I could never repay him for that. Cara is the brightest light in my life. She is amazing. She is progressing leaps and bounds over anything they ever expected her to do. Cara is in school. She's in a specialized school for children that have movement disorders and no cognitive delays. She's extremely intelligent, but she's trapped in a body that doesn't cooperate. And so this school has the experience to help her figure out how to work within her own parameters. And it's an amazing, amazing school. And it's exhausting because she's working really, really hard. She has an amazing team of people, to include myself, my husband, her big brother, her big sister, as well as all of the aides that now come in to make sure Cara has everything she needs. And because we got the confidence from Ratson Law Group and we went and fought for what Cara deserved, Cara has everything that she needs, and she'll never have to worry about whether she can afford her medication that she has to take, or whether she can purchase a wheelchair, or whether she has to fight with an insurance company to get what she needs, because Ratson Law Group made sure that she has everything that she ever needs. I recommend them because they made me feel like family. They were very patient with us. Any apprehension that we had, they took their time and explained everything to us. A lot of the things that were going on, we didn't understand. And Stuart Ratson and his entire team were really, really, really patient. And they gave us all the information we could possibly need, and they connected us with people in the community that could help us understand what my daughter's illness was. They connected us with doctors that made it make sense. And in those times when you're struggling and trying to figure out what to do with a disabled child, you need it to make sense. And so that's why I would recommend Stuart, because the Ratson Law Group helped it make sense for us.